Hi guys, this is part 2 and I know I've skipped ahead a little bit, but all I've done is painted it in acrylic black, ready for the next part, because if I had to do that then wait for it to dry and use my heat gun it would take too long. So the next bit, after I've got all this done, is to start adding embellishments and things like that, and some colour. So what I tend to do is start placing around just odds and ends of embellishments that I have. So I will just start, and for time and speed I'm going to be using my heat gun, so if you just bear with me. If I said heat gun I meant glue gun. It makes the job just a little bit quicker. You're not having to wait for glue to dry. That's it. You just start popping odds and ends of embellishments about. I've got just a few bits and bobs lying around. Some keys. Generally I'll just go with this and just get a feel for it, where I want things to be. And again, I hope you guys will enjoy what's been put together. The hardest thing to actually put on here is will be the chain. That's where I want this to go. I've got some keys. The only thing with the glue gun is the strings you seem to get from them. And don't have to worry about it. These will be painted black again and then relieved out with colour. Oops. And this is the simple part, which is what I think anyhow. This is what adds to the whole effect at the end. So I've got that there. This is one of Tim Holtz's pen nibs, and I've just wrapped it round with a piece of copper wire. Basically for this project, or these sort of projects, you can literally use anything that's in your stash. I'll spread up this way a bit, and I was hoping to get the chain to start working its way up. So we'll start now with, because I've decided to actually start making this a bit more steampunky. So if there's any fans of steampunk out there, this is what this one's achieving to. Well, I'm hoping to achieve that kind of effect. And I tried to balance it out with this, and then I've got some flowers that I've made. I know I'm going a bit quiet, but if you can just bear with me whilst I work this out. And apparently, to balance things out, it works in. It's better to work in odds. What I mean by that is, to balance a picture out, you've got like 2 here, 3, 4, and if you're doing clusters, is do them in odds, odd numbers. Like there. So now what I'll do is add the 5th one, which makes that an odd number. Again, it's just texture, but you don't have to. This is just me waffling on. It just serves me as rule of thumb, that's all. That's that. I'm trying to get it so it gradually goes upwards. Paper flower that I made, and hopefully with the colours I bring in, that'll suit what I'm trying to do. Just trying to add a bit of texture when it comes to painting it and adding the other embellishments. It'll look quite nice. If I like it too much, you guys won't get it. That's only a joke. There we go. Now let's have a look where I'd want the chain to go. I've got a couple of bits left to there's the chain up. Let's try to make it so it goes from the heart. So you can see what I'm gradually doing is trying to build this picture up. Not too happy with that. So I think I might. Right, this is a flower which is done again with the Tim Holtz dyes. I've already started to put a bit on it, but I don't particularly like the colour, so I'm gonna just spritz it with some of the Cosmic Shimmer, just to darken it out a bit. And then let that dry on a bit. When you use the heat gun on this, it actually changes the colour a little bit and gives it a bit deeper, obviously because it's got the mica in it. It stiffens the paper up as well. Add a little bit of the colour to it. This is all I do to build my pictures up. It's just experiment, and now I'm moving around a little bit, I'm sorry about that. God, I hope I don't come across as boring. It's not really that boring. And I don't know how to do the time-lapse thing where I could work along with this and keep it going, and then you'd see each stage properly. If any of you guys have got any hints and tips about how to do that, then please let me know. Right, that's the flower. And the flower will go around there. Or I might not even add a flower if one of you guys come up with, if there's any male crafters watching and they would like it, might not even get a flower on it. but it's got to have something up there. So adding the chain. I don't want a lot of chain, so I might use the chunky chain that I've got. I'm not 100% sure about that. Right. Now these pieces that I've put on, they want a... where's my paintbrush? That one. They need... oops, too much. Blackening out. And you can do this prior to actually doing what I'm doing. The keys and things like that I look in junk shops or good old eBay, and there's always somebody willing to sell something on there. And there's definitely loads of keys and chain, cogs, pieces like that. Right, that's what I generally do as for adding pieces to it. I'll paint them up ready because I've chosen an image. It's not a famous image this time, and I've prepared, all I've done is matted and layered the lady. That's a clue. So now just get rid of that. Dry those off there. All this is now is just about adding pieces to it until you're happy with it. This is how I do it, this is the process I'm using, so and I've found that you don't actually have to add an awful amount of embellishments to this. The simple reason being that all that's in the background highlights and adds to the picture, so there's not an awful lot you have to actually do. And I must just point something out to you guys, just to add a little bit extra to your picture. I've used my glue gun, held it up at a distance and just dripped it around, and I've also done that on the edges, just gone around with the glue gun, and you'll see why after. It's another piece that just sort of jumps out at you, and it just helps to draw everything in and finish it. So right, I think it's ready now for a little bit of colour. I'll just get that off. Always use way too much. What a waste. Good old bin. Okay. The next colour that I tend to use is it's a metallic ultramarine blue, and it's acrylic as well. It's the metallic look, and all I do is dry brush this. So you just need a little bit on your mat. Dab your brush in, and then just move it off a little bit, and then just literally catch very lightly, and it starts to build this up. Oh, excuse me, that's my phone ringing. Hi Carla, can you just ring my house phone and let AJ answer it? I'm just doing a video. Alright. Okay, mate. Just give AJ a ring on that. Oh, Mum knows. Oh, God. Oh, hold on.